Yo, what is up everyone? Welcome back. Today I got a new sort of video. I actually came across this spreadsheet that someone sent to me, and it basically just compiles all the list of new moves that the Pokemon that are getting released in the DLCs that are coming out. So there's a DLC coming out the end of June, and there's one coming out in the winter. Like yeah, one coming out in the winter, and basically all the moves are just listed, and it's a really nice little list actually. I'm not sure who made it, but whoever did, actually Jack and have made it there. So yeah, shout outs to him. But yeah, there's some pretty mad stuff on this list. So for instance, Alakazam now gets access to Nasty Plot, which is just crazy because Alakazam is a monster anyway. And yeah, you got the Slow Bros with Slowking coming back. They get actually access to quite a wide range of moves. Like now they both get access to Hydro Pump. I think Slowbro now gets Nasty Plot, which could be interesting, I guess, and Weather Ball, which is pretty cool. They both get access to that. Oh yeah, the legendary birds are coming back, so Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno, and they all get Brave Bird actually, which is really cool. Zapdos now gets Hurricane, which would be mad, especially on rain. I could see that really being a thing. They also get Weather Ball. So overall, they get some solid moves. Dragonite's also coming back. To be fair, I'm surprised Dragonite didn't learn Hydro Pump before. But yeah, it gets access to Body Press, which is interesting, I guess. Maybe you could run like I don't know, some sort of bulky multi-scale roost set. That could probably be cool. Another interesting thing that I found is like Ho-Oh and Lugia. They now both, well, no, Lugia now just gets Hurricane, but Ho-Oh now gets Mystical Fire, which could be quite interesting. But there are a few more notable ones that go down. For instance, Latias and Latios, that's like Mystical Fire. The fact that they get Mystical Fire is just insane because now Ferrothorn is not a counter and there's no HP Fire, so it's just a great substitute. And Latias now actually gets Dragon Dance as well, which is interesting. But it also gets Aura Sphere, which is huge, and so does Latios because Tyrantrum can just no longer counter, so you can run like a Dragon Stab, Calm Mind, Aura Sphere, and Mystical Fire, and be pretty much unstoppable. It could probably drop the Dragon Stab altogether and just run Psychic Stab, Aura Sphere, and Mystical Fire, and that would be like perfect coverage, I think, or near perfect coverage at least. You got Deoxys and Rayquaza coming back. Deoxys getting Nasty Plot, that's pretty sick. Rayquaza, Hydro Pump, that could be alright. I'm not really too familiar with the Uber's meta game at the minute, especially for SS, so I don't know, I can't really say too much on that. Among the other things that are coming back is Gliscor. Gliscor gets Psychic Fangs now. That's probably not going to be too helpful. It doesn't get anything too crazy. It gets Power Whip though, so that could be cool for like Seismitoad if that thing's still around. But I don't think that's going to be around for too long because sooner or later Dracovish is definitely getting banned, and when it does get banned, Seismitoad's usage is going to go way down, so it might not be using Power Whip by then. Yanmega gets Swords Dance, which is really cool. You can run like a Swords Dance Protect set with a speed boost and maybe set up a sweep that way. That'd be interesting. Got the, I don't know what these are, like Uxie, Mesprit, and Azoth. What are they? They're not like genies. I'm not sure. Someone tell me what they are. But yeah, you get like Uxie and Mesprit get Nasty Plot now, and they get Stored Power, which is even more interesting. I think that's interesting more in the case for Uxie because it's more bulky. It could probably make a set work with that. They get access to Draining Kiss now, and Encore, which is always interesting. And Azoth doesn't really get anything too different. It already had access to Nasty Plot before, and I think it gets self-destruct instead, but it already had Explosion, so nothing too major there. Got Dialga and Palkia getting access to the same moves. That's pretty much Body Press, Heavy Slam, Body Press, Body Slam, Heavy Slam, and Breaking Swipe. So yeah, that's always cool. Cresselia is a huge one actually. So Cresselia gets Stored Power now and Cosmic Power, which is going to be insane because Cresselia is going to be unstoppable. Like you're gonna have to run like a strong like Banded Tyranitar to deal with it, or something like that, or some other strong dark type, because that's going to be insane. Or you could run like an unaware mon or something like that, I guess. Actually, no, you couldn't, because stored power breaks that. So yeah, you can't even do that. Darkrai gets Phantom Force, which is interesting. I'm not sure if that would really benefit Darkrai in any way. I think Dark is probably, well, I'm not sure if, I think Dark is the better offensive typing than Ghost, but Ghost is also pretty good. But I think Dark plus Fighting, which is what Darkrai usually runs, is solid enough, so I don't think it's going to need Phantom Force too much. Victini doesn't really get anything too crazy. Obviously nothing's going to be more like broken than V-Crit, that's a pretty crazy move. What else is there? Let's go down the list. Oh, Crocodile gets access to close combat now, which is interesting. I'm not too sure, but I think the fighting stab that it had access to before was superpower, so close combat is definitely an upgrade. What else is there? Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about these guys. They are actually Genies, Tornadus, Thundurus, and Landorus. So they all get access to Weather Ball, which is insane. Actually, Thundurus and Tornadus get access to Weather Ball, Landorus doesn't. But that is insane to me, because Thundurus could just be run on a rain team, and obviously there's no hidden power anymore. So instead of running HPIs like you would in previous generations, Thundurus could be run on like a rain team with Pelipper, and could just run Weather Ball and just take out like ground types that way. And it also Tornadus gets Nasty Plot, which is just crazy, because I can't, like, Tornadus is so strong, it's just gonna kill everything. Yeah, Genesect gets Blaze Kick. I can't remember if Genesect had a Fire Stab before or not. I think it had Flamethrower, not Fire Stab, but a Fire move. But I think it had Flamethrower, so Blaze Kick is probably pretty good for any physical or like banded Genesects. I'm not sure if that's still a thing, but it's just interesting, and maybe it could become a thing again. So onto the Gen, I think this is the Gen 6 Mons, yeah. Nothing too mad here. Talonflame getting Hurricane, I mean, that's cool, but Talonflame can't really use it that well because special attack's pretty shit. Tyrantrum gets Close Combat, which is pretty interesting, because Tyrantrum, I think, only had access to Superpower before, and that would just be cool to see what that does. Deontay is coming back. Volcanion. Volcanion, I'm actually a little bit disappointed with Volcanion. It doesn't really, it gets Fire Spin, Scary Face, Rain Dance, Mud Shot, Thunderfang. Yeah, nothing too impressive there with Volcanion or Hooper or Deontay. Overall, the Gen 6 Mons are actually not that great. Like, there's nothing going for them like in the other like in Gen 5 Mons you have the freaking Genies getting Nasty Plot, and you have like Crocodile getting Close Combat and things like that. And like in Gen 2, oh no, in Gen 3, I mean, wait, is this, no, in Gen 4, you get like the I don't know what they're called, but these elf looking things, and you get like Gliscor getting a few moves. You got like in Gen 3 you got the Lotties, and then in Gen 1 you got the like legendary birds. They all get interesting moves, but I really cannot say the same for Generation 6. It's really quite poor, which is unfortunate, because it's a nice, good gen, like, it was always fun and stuff. So onto the Gen 7 Mons next. Got the Tapus, obviously Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Tapu Bulu, and Tapu Fini. Tapu Bulu actually gets Play Rough now, which will be interesting. And it also gets access to Close Combat, which is brilliant. So Tapu Bulu is going to come back better than ever. Tapu Fini gets Stored Power now. That might be interesting, but I think maybe you could run like a Stored Power Draining Kiss set. That could be a possibility. Yeah, I could see that working. Tapu Lele, nothing too impressive with Tapu Lele, really. It can't really use Play Rough that well, and yeah, it already has a better Psychic Stab than Psycho Cut and Future Sight. And Stored Power, I don't think Stored Power is going to be any better than any of its regular sets, so I don't see. Yeah, Tapu Lele is pretty much the same. I imagine it's going to be. Tapu Koko, though, gets Close Combat now. That's pretty cool. It also gets Play Rough, and yeah, Tapu Koko's getting a pretty big boost from this. That's going to be very cool. Then you got the Ultra Beasts. Pheromosa now gets close combat. Celesteela. Oh, Celesteela gets Cosmic Power now, which is kind of mad. That's going to be quite annoying to deal with. I imagine you could probably run that, and yeah, it would just not die. So that's going to be annoying. Guzzlord is garbage still. Magernia doesn't really get too much. That is like, you know, really stand out, really sticks in your face. I guess stored power set could probably work with Magernia, but nothing too spectacular. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of it. Blacephalon, yeah, nothing else really gets anything like major. I just wanted to highlight like the things that I thought were crazy, so like Tornadus, you know, Alakazam, the birds, the Ladis, things like that. So yeah, these are all coming back. This is like a leaked list for all of them, so I'm not sure which Pokemon will come out first. I'm not sure if the whole list has actually been decided for what will come out first, but yeah, these here are like all the moves that will be released on the new ones that are eventually released. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like, leave a sub, and I'll see you guys in the next video.